Welcome everybody to Take It Off, our first show.
Take it off.
Yes, take it off. I have a joke. Whenever it rains, my sister's husband just stands at the window looking kind of sad. Maybe she should let him in.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
No,
no more corny jokes for you. Sounds
Oh,
great.
okay.
I like it.
All right.
It's not allowed in the house.
Where's the last time?
No, we're going to keep trying, okay? So,
But that's what this is about. We're going to make it work until we, keep going until we get it to work.
Try.
so what's
again.
up, beautiful people?
Hello.
Welcome to Take It Off, where we're taking off the garbage from past relationships, daddy issues, fear, and just plain stupid stuff we do. You can participate in the live discussion either on Facebook at Take It Off Media or by calling in at 310-928-1800. We are challenging us all to take off the mask that society and decades of brainwashing has forced on us. We're healing ourselves individually, we're healing our families, and hopefully in the process, I can be healed too. We welcome our panel today who will discuss the topic, debunking the myths and creating a baseline to grow from. So we're going to talk about some statistics. But first, allow me to honor our women, the queens of the earth, and that very special lady. You know who you are. I can't hear music. And that's what we'll do each week. So part of honoring the women, we'll sing a song to the women of the world, of the earth. And
oh, you ain't gonna put me on the spot.
Oh, yes, we can.
no, I'm not.
I mean, if you do, I got one, but
We were just waiting for the song to load. But you know what? I can do it without the song if I need to. And 1, 2, 3. When I fall in love, it will be forever, or I'll never fall in love. In a restless world like this is, love has ended before it's begun, and too many moonlight kisses seem to cool in the warmth of the sun. When I give my heart, it will be completely, or I'll never give my heart. And the moment I can feel that you feel that way too is when I'll fall in love with you. And the moment I can feel that you feel that way too is when I fall in love with you.
ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for tuning in for the great sounds of Donald.
Ladies, we appreciate
There you have it.
We appreciate you. So, Commercial break.
Hello, everyone. We'd like to thank our sponsors, the Keeping It 100 Committee, bringing you hard-hitting in-person events in addressing improvement relationships. The ultimate goal of Keeping It 100 is to help reframe and reshape how men and women see each other in the context of a relationship that will lead to a more harmonious relationship experience. The next event is Saturday, May 6th. That's 5 days after my birthday. At a private residence in the Los Angeles Hills. The information log on to keepingit100.com. Once again, keepingit100.com.
All right, everybody. Keep It at 100. It's a great event. So look on the website, which you will find below here, and we'll see you. What date is it again?
May 6th.
May 6th at 6 o'clock?
Doesn't
At
have
either
time.
6 or 7 o'clock.
Whatever you say.
So, some statistics. I'm going to just read off a couple here. Children living with only one parent have increased from 9% in 1960, before any of us were born, to 27% in 2009. So that means single parent households were 9% then and 27% in 2009. Of those, 87% of the children live with the mother. That's not a good statistic.
Not at all.
How about this? The overall marriage rate has declined far less for adults with college educations compared to people who are less educated. So, among adults without high school diplomas, 69% have been married in 2010 compared to 88% in 2060. So it went from 88% down to 69%. Among adults with college degrees, 78% had 78% had ever been married in 2010 compared to 82% in 2060. Wonder why that is.
You sure don't have an idea?
I actually don't. I have a theory though.
Okay.
One thing that I noticed in some of the material, this comes from the Pew report, is that we, as a culture represented at this table, are not the only ones. In general, the rates are falling for everybody.
Everyone.
So culture is not just the issue. I think it has something to do with culture, because Asian cultures, for instance, have the best statistics of all of these, right? African Americans have the worst statistics. Our Caucasian friends, they have, second best, and our Latin American brothers and sisters have the third best, but we're at the bottom of these numbers. Let's see, another thing. So in general, marriages are declining, but it's declining for everybody. I found something else interesting. 2 to 3% of all children are due to infidelity. And shockingly, most of these children are unknowingly raised by men who are not their biological fathers. So they don't even know, basically, they're saying. So why is the rate getting higher? That's one question. I wonder if there's a correlation between the 60s and Jim Crow post-slavery era and the increase in people in the prison industrial complex. I wonder if there's a correlation to that. There are some other statistics, like, I thought this was fun. The average time it takes to make a first impression on a man is, what do you think? 15 minutes. The average amount of time it takes to make a first impression on a woman is an hour. So it takes him a little bit longer. Thought that was interesting.
Very.
Let's see. Kissing statistics. Number of potential colonies of bacteria exchanged during a kiss,
Wow.
278. So maybe number of people who have kissed before the age of 14, 50%. I was in that other 50%.
Okay.
Not the good one.
Oh,
That
man.
back then. Now,
Wow, we're going to just keep it pushing past that.
I was in a slower one.
Wow.
African Americans comprise of 13.5% of the population as of the 2007 census. And marriage is becoming less common among us, according to the census, in all of the statistics, actually. Although these trends are contrary to reported cultural values. So we would talk about one thing and something else happens. So look at, for instance, in the 1987 survey, 63% of black females and 69% of black males agreed strongly that unless you're prepared to stay together for life, you should not get married. Now that number is 84% of where people is 84%. So what else is there?
We need to increase those odds, those numbers. We need to get back to how things used to be. Bring those percentages up. And I think we start with teaching our kids the fundamentals of relationships and importance of family values, and encourage them to make marriage a priority.
Well, it's definitely not just dating. It's about dating towards marriage, because that's how we were raised.
All of that, the core of what's going on with that is we don't have an infrastructure. We don't have a social makeup like we used to. When I was growing up, you had church, you had the family on the street, you had the continuous support base. There's no support base. And the thing that's been going through my mind, an ongoing conversation I've had with a lot of friends, is even when you fall in love with your first girlfriend or what have you back in the day, there was that girl or that guy that was the connection and the conduit to everybody. Where you elbowing your friend, who is that cute girl, or the girl's like, who's that cute guy? But it was all in a comfortable environment where you could scope that person out and you could find out who they were. You were all at the same high school, or you were all at the same whatever. It was a very comfortable support base, and the majority of family and parents knew each other some way or another. Because of the way things are now, you have kids that are going to high school and they may live 30 miles from that high school. So as soon as school is out, they get in the car and they go 30 miles another direction, and they don't even have interaction with those people on the weekend. They don't know who those people are. So the whole makeup, the way things are now, are completely different.
Yeah, part of it has to do with being here in the United States, looks like. So, for instance, Asian immigrants, they have, let's say, without the numbers, they're here, right, with family values and culture and things like that. But after they've been here for a while, then their numbers drop also.
Right. Start blending in.
So maybe it has to do with American culture.
Well, there you go. Well, the American culture changed dramatically. You can look at the media. People don't talk down when they're eating at dinner. They don't talk. They're text messaging.
Most definitely.
The television programs and all the different things that helped America be what it was. Whether you liked All in the Family, Archie Bunker, and all that back in the day, it was still based around the family. Now, the buzz is hate your family, hate your parents, don't respect your mom, don't respect your dad. Uncle Benny that drinks all the time is really the leader of the house now instead of being the novelty. So it's just the only way that you can bring it back is take a stand. And America's weakest link is we don't want any accountability. Somebody else is always the person that's supposed to be. It's never, I'm responsible for myself. I take a bath. I put on deodorant. I cut my hair. We don't have that anymore. Everybody's do what comes naturally. I do what I want to do. I'm grown. I do what I want to do.
That's the word.
But you smell. You're unreliable. You have no integrity. And nobody knows what you're about.
Well, that's not the way our household worked. Our household was very different, but it was great. How about these statistics real quick? In 1890, which is also before any of us were born,
Sure.
80% of African American households were comprised of two parents. 100 years later, 40% have two-parent married households. That's a huge number.
Read that again.
I know, exactly.
80% of African American households were comprised of two parents. 80%.
80%.
100 years later, only 40% of the children live in, married
I
households.
mean, here's the irony of that. Okay, when it was 80%, black folks couldn't go nowhere after 9 o'clock without getting killed.
Right.
Now they think they can go where they want, even though their family is still getting shot in the street,
Totally.
and nobody eats dinner with each other at night anymore.
Maybe we need to stay home.
And cook your own.
For us, after school, I went to Poly High School. There's only one Poly High School. That's in Riverside.
Yeah.
And when school was over, we went home. We got on our feet and we walked home. It was about 1.5 miles or so
Or a bike.
every day. Well, we walked. Sometimes we roller skated. Me and my buddy Sheldon Woods, we had roller skates and we roller skate to school. I know that's corny. I shouldn't even talk about that.
No, that was cool.
That was with the metal wheels, right?
I think a part of it has to do with the pop culture and the popularity
Uh-oh.
of single life. So when you have a lot of the young adults making it seem like the single life is the best life, it's not encouraged to be married and to settle
Right.
down and to have a family,
Exactly.
because what you see on TV, what you see or you hear on the radio stations, it's all promoting single,
Right.
especially for the men, or multiple girlfriends, multiple
I like
or
that one.
girlfriend, wife,
That
and a
one for sure.
mistress.
Right.
So it's not being encouraged, and it should be. And so once we identify the source of the problem, we can probably do something to fix it. And that's reaching out to the young adults.
Yeah. Part of it is parents doing their job too, right? Like,
Beatings.
No, don't say that.
no, we got beatings
Absolutely
with
not
everything.
beatings.
And sometimes it was pretty bad. I remember once my mother made me climb the tree in the front yard to go get a
Get your
switch.
switch.
And I came back with a switch that was about this little. It was like one of them little Charlie Brown Christmas tree switches.
Come on, man.
My mother cracked up so hard that she didn't even give me a whipping. That was a good day. That's not usually how it worked out,
No.
but that day it did.
Well,
That day it worked out.
Usually
good.
they'll find a way to whip you still with that little switch.
Yeah, I think she.
Or
she-
matter of fact, they'll say, go get the belt then.
Yeah, she's
No,
just.
we ain't gonna talk about a meal more beatings. We're gonna keep it pushing right past that.
So part of that is the music that people listen to. I accidentally listened to some non-radio version music a couple of days ago. I couldn't believe it. It was too much for me. But if people are listening to this every day, 10 hours a day, now they're doing homework an hour a day, and you listen to music or these things that aren't even healthy for you 10 hours a day,
Right.
there's no chance. If you take your kids to church for an hour and a half on Sunday, maybe an hour or so on Wednesday for Bible study, but they spend 30 hours a week listening to trash, there's no use. Don't even bother taking them to church. You're not even doing your job. Why are they listening to this trash? And that's what it is. It's not good music,
Not
most of
anymore.
it. And so that is definitely one of the issues. Pop culture.
Yes, and the pop culture and the hip hop, and I'm a hip hop head. That's I go
You
way
are?
back with it. I love it. However, I can't get behind. I can't support the trash that's coming out now.
I'm a thug. I'm a thug.
Yeah, but that's not.
It's not
They've been
only
saying
it's
they
not,
were thug.
it's not
It's
only
not that.
degrading
Yeah.
women. It's brainwashing our kids.
Right.
Brainwashing.
But that's not hip hop though. Hip hop is Dougie Fresh when you laughing and having a good
We're talking
time.
about rap.
Well, I'm
Right.
talking about trap music.
Come on,
I'm not
there you
talking
go.
about hip
Come
hop.
on.
I'm talking about the
Right.
dirty.
Right,
So
right.
when you
Underground.
have that poisoning the minds of our young people, it's hard to parent when you're competing with that because
Yeah.
they hear it all day, every day. Their friends are hearing it and talking about it, and then they act it out. So
Right.
it's not just listening to it; they want to become it.
And it's reasonable, right? You see it as fun. Right?
It's fun, you know, the way you
Well, we did it. We did it.
Exactly.
We listened to Earth, Wind, and Fire. We listened to all these different romantic songs. You wanted to be in a relationship like this guy is singing this. Every man has a place. You know, it's beautiful music. You want to find a cute girl and know what it's like to walk home from school with her
Yeah.
and be nice.
But now the music is not beautiful.
No, it's not.
Overall. So, I don't know what the answer is. How about this? Let's see. 55% of African American married mothers and 53% of African American unmarried mothers reported being interested in a generic styled relationship program. You know, because women like relationships, right?
Correct.
Whereas 79% of African American mothers and 68% of unmarried mothers reported being interested in religious relationship programs. So, but it says here, unfortunately, according to the National Congregation Study, marriage and parenting programs are less common in black churches, 3%, compared to other churches, which are about 18%. So,
He's
what do you think, Carl?
I don't understand what you mean by programs.
Programs like relationship classes and courses at church. You know, you do a marriage relationship or.
Here's the problem I got with the whole thing. I mean, when I was growing up, the church we grew up in was absolutely the bomb.
Second Baptist?
Yeah, but the problem I have with just the way this whole program works is, okay, you grow up and at some point you're 13 years old, or you're 12, and you start having all these weird feelings going through you that you didn't know even existed. All of a sudden, that girl you used to chase with a stick or a dead bird, now all of a sudden she's cute to you. Now all of a sudden you want to kiss her. Now you got all these bizarre feelings, and the grown-ups went through that stuff, but they're not telling you that it's going to happen.
Exactly.
Well,
But just follow my train of thought. So by the time you get to 15, and now you got a little bit of, some may have a little bit of attitude because that one girl you like, you actually kissed her, and maybe you didn't do it right, but now you think you're a Mac. And then you get to 18, you lose your mind because you're listening to this music that is controlling your brain cells and causing you to do stupid stuff. The point I'm making is the church, if you wanted the leadership of the church, at some point you got to talk about little Johnny wants to have sex. What does he do when he's losing his mind and he doesn't know what to do with himself? And he's got all these thoughts. What does the girl do when she has the same feelings? She's not a bad girl because she wants to kiss little Johnny. She's not a bad girl because she wants to have sex with him. That's a natural feeling.
it
But
reminds
what do
me
you
of
do
one
with
of our
that?
Topics. I don't know what date it is, but it is prostitution, masturbation, and that maintenance man. But we won't talk about that today.
Not today.
Wow.
Well, I think there should be mentors established in every household. And part of parenting is if your kids don't feel comfortable coming to you with certain situations and they can't talk to you openly and freely, maybe have someone in the family or someone close that they can go to. So when they have these problems or challenges or even thoughts, they have someone that they can turn to so they don't have to deal with it themselves alone. And a lot of times, it won't go well. Kids experiment. So it's helpful if the parents designate a person, a mentor in the household.
Well, first and foremost, what you're stating is very accurate. The era that we obviously came from is where family is huge and is strong. And when we say family, we mean everyone from the top all the way to the infant baby. You were very much involved. So say versus you have a young man like you were talking about, or a young lady who we may think is 14. No, they're starting at really 11, thinking that they're 13 and 14. So we're stating from 11 on up to, I say 16, stop. Right there alone they're just left alone in the churches. If we're going to speak about church, there's nothing that's for the teen level.
No.
There's nothing there at all, and they really desperately need it. I'm speaking from experience. They need it. They need to have counseling that's that's their level, not an adult, maybe a young adult that is very serious and more focused, that's very much already into the Bible, into family, into their life. They already have it established what they want to do, that they can relate to, whether it's females or males. But they have to have someone that they can connect with, because
Right.
that's who they will follow more. You take them to church, and then they're sitting there and they're just like, okay, and you're telling them, be still, but they're just tuned out.
Yeah.
And then, like you were stating in the home real quick, where she's saying designated, we didn't have to. It was automatic. Your uncles came over. Mine definitely came over every weekend. I saw every uncle, every auntie, every month. There was a birthday party. There was something. So we were always together. And we always had our older cousins who we can talk to, because we knew we couldn't speak to our mom or our father, but we can talk to them. So it's important because it keeps everything going on in the family. You know where they're thinking, what's going on, and that other family can relate that to the parenting. Hey, you need to watch this or get on this.
Right. They can.
Yeah.
They can.
You can stop things before it got out of hand. Like, we couldn't go do anything without everybody knowing before we got to it.
Right. But there's also a base of confidence, too. If you want to take a level of confidence, what you're stating is, by osmosis, you're gaining confidence from a group of people that your genetic relation is with.
Exactly.
And the thing that I'm talking about is, you have people who their confidence is being developed, and it's not even real.
Nope, it's
You're listening to a song
Oh, sure.
from a guy. First of all, he's acting like he's rich, and he's not.
You just said it.
He's pumping you up because, if you get
He
too
needs
you
to.
get ahead of yourself, right? I'm talking about a guy to a girl. So now she starts thinking she's cute, and now he's able to move her in a direction that she's maybe not ready for.
Exactly.
And then we kind of do that. How about this? One explanation for lower marriage rates among women. Seems like women are the real problem.
Absolutely.
As
not.
identified by a group called blackdemographics.com, is related
My
to the
car's not in
earnings
the parking lot.
potential among men. So, with higher college graduation rates among African American women, the median income fell 12% for black men, while rising 75% for the women from 1974 to 2004. It's a big deal, right?
Huge. Very huge.
So a high-earning woman has little incentive to marry a low-earning man. And these are not my words. Black women's divorce at a rate nearly double that of their white or Hispanic women. I mean, there's a time you couldn't even get a job, right?
Correct.
Well, that takes me back to creating foundations and strong family values. It shouldn't be based on the paycheck or the
Absolutely
income bracket.
No.
Because if you're in the same household and you're both working together, it's still all going in the same pot.
Yeah,
a
there's just more.
lot of black women are doing very well for themselves, and a lot of black women have to be independent because they can't wait for a husband.
Most
Like
definitely.
years ago, women stayed home. Women can't stay home anymore. They have kids to feed.
That's right.
And a lot of times, the men have several households. Yes, a lot of men, they have, yes, they
couple
have.
houses they
I
can
barely
go to.
have one household. Shoot.
No, they
Well,
have
I'm waiting
couple
for a good
places.
woman who is not afraid to get married and do what she's supposed to do, building a household and all that. But I don't know where they at. Maybe they don't make them like that.
That gets
They're-
messy right
they
there,
are
doing what
there.
she's supposed to
Definitely
do.
there.
Well, that's
Those
right.
women are there.
100%.
However, you have to
Where
be
they
what
at?
you're looking for.
You said most
So-
women are there.
Yeah, those
Most
women are out there.
definitely.
In what
But
capacity?
you have to be what you're looking for. So if you're looking for someone who believes in family values and they want a happy home
Wait,
and they
you're
want to
saying I
pull
don't
it,
believe in this stuff?
I'm not saying you don't believe in it. I'm just saying she's out there. You just can't give up. So you can't
Well-
say she's not there. She's
And are you
there.
paying attention?
It's about timing, and when timing meets opportunity, then that's when it happens.
Most definitely.
Timing meets
But-
opportunity.
And desire.
So
Are
in
you
other words, there are
observant if it
still
comes
some good
around?
women out there. You just have to pray to God she shows up at the gas station one day when you pumping your gas too.
Well,
I
no.
hope so.
When you're ready, God will bring that person to your life at the time when He knows you're ready. You may think you're ready all day,
You talking
but
about me still?
no, No,
Hey,
yes.
I'm ready.
I'm talking-
ready.
I'm
Hey,
speaking
maybe we
in
should change the
general.
name of the show. And from Take It Off, we could change it to.
I'm ready.
Remember Finding Nemo, the movie?
No.
We could change it to Finding Donald, a Real Woman. Let's do that. They make it a project.
Wow.
No, let's do
Okay,
this.
No, I'm
back
thinking
to
what-
my
What
point.
what Maya is
Wow.
talking about, the reason why I said
Back
what I
to
said, Maya, is because
Okay.
sometimes when she got the voice of reason, and there are things that when I say stuff and to bring out, look, sometimes you assume people know stuff and they don't.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
you know, just like you walk into a room and somebody starts talking to you and you're like, look, I have just walked in here, I don't even know where the bathroom is at, would you at least allow me to figure out where the heck I'm at before you go
Great.
asking me all this crazy stuff, and I don't even know where to put my shirt or my jacket down at. But what I'm saying to you, Maya, is I said that because a lot of times, for whatever reason, black men don't know what sisters want. Sisters think they know what we want. And all we need to do sometime is shut up, listen to the person that's talking to you,
Exactly.
and let that person respond. And you might mess around and get a friend. And you might mess around and get a real friend. But for whatever reason, everybody wants to know the truth. Everybody knows everything. Nobody wants to be accountable, because when you're accountable, that means you're responsible. When you're responsible, means you got to be a leader. And when you're a leader, that means you got to handle the whole thing. So at some point, if we can sit down, hug each other, and say, look, I'm not trying to call you the devil. I just want to know, what are you bringing to the table? And I'm going to share with you what I'm bringing to the table. But for some reason, we can't get to that. And that's what I don't understand.
Let me read something. Oh, go ahead.
Okay. Well, to your point, when you speak of being a leader, that's a natural position for the man. A man should be the leader.
Wait. Because at work, I'm the boss. So then when I come home, I need to still be the boss.
No.
That's what they. Hey,
See,
these
okay.
quote,
Now,
unquote,
you can be the
I'm
boss
just-
at work,
Okay.
but everyone has a position.
Exactly.
A man is going to be the man. A woman should be the woman.
Yeah, I got
However-
my hand up. Here's why I got my
however-
hand up. Now, I'm going to put Maya on blast. She beautiful. She got her own money. And she talks and conducts herself like a lady. On camera, off camera. But everybody ain't like that.
So what?
Okay.
The point I'm making is that sounds good coming out, but when you meet people and then you get past the first few dates, and then a buddy of mine, he had this theory that after the first 6 to 8 months, you meet the real person, and they turn out to be out of control.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that I agree with you, but I wish I could meet a person where I could say, look, first of all, I have no desire to hurt you. I'm not trying to steal your self-respect or anything like that. Contrary to popular belief, I have my own self-respect. I'm not going to call you out your name. I'm not going to be mean to you. I'm not going to do all of that. But you're not going to castrate me and make me feel like I'm nothing just because you're so used to running things at work.
Very much so.
And you probably ain't really running things anyway. You might think you are. You know,
True.
you got the boss. I have a friend, really nice lady. She told me once. She said, "It's lonely at the top."
Oh, I'm done.
No, this is for real.
Oh, no doubt.
I was like, "It's lonely at the top." What kind of?
But let me
drugs
add
have
to
you
that.
been smoking?
You and I were at
No,
this
it's
party
lonely
that night.
because
Remember
you're
what
lonely.
this lady said at this party? Keeping it 100. She said, I don't understand. I got a doctor's degree and I got 2 masters. Why are men intimidated by me? And I'm like, ain't nobody intimidated by you. People are annoyed by you.
Exactly. Wait. Listen to this. This is real.
I'm just saying.
This lady wrote this to me in, I won't say from where or why, because I'm not trying to tell who she is, but I hope she's listening. She said, "Hello, it's lonely here in the city. Sometimes I wonder if I'm the only sister here with ambitions. I'm still single because there are not any brothers here worth my time." And then it goes on. I was like, what do I say to this lady?
You got
Well,
cats at the.
I need
go
to-
ahead.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead, girl.
Okay.
Go,
All right.
go,
I think we
go.
made the point, right?
Sometimes,
So now let's look for a
sometimes
solution
what
to this.
happens, those comments that some women make, it messes it up for the majority of us.
It does.
A
Okay.
real woman who cares about her man and cares about the stability of a relationship is not going to emasculate her man.
Thank
She's going to
you.
support him. She's going to encourage him. She will believe in him. So the women making those comments, they're the minority. And I believe that if you distance yourself from those type of women and meet the other type of women, you will see there's a difference. You can find what you're looking for.
Ladies, if you even remotely closely emulate what she just stated, the number you can reach me at is 424.
976.
Girl, call in, because we have the mission control is to find the sweetheart that conducts herself like that.
It's true, I think, though, because I, through Black and Orange County and some of the other organizations, I run into a lot of high-quality ladies. So,
Yes, you do.
So that is true. However, maybe it's like, I was going to say Trump supporters, but I don't want to be political, so I won't say that. Maybe the minority voice is just the loudest.
Okay.
A lot of
Well,
people
Well, look
you
at
have
reality
to tune
TV.
those out. If the minority voices are the loudest, you need to silence them in your head. Tune them out.
We're not
And-
with domestic violence. We're not trying to do all that.
You can smack him, girl. It's all good.
No,
Hey,
I
don't
get
mind.
it. I get it.
That's different.
But what I'm saying is, there are women out there that think what I think and believe what I believe. And this is genuine. This is who I am.
Right.
I'm not just saying this just because, it may sound appealing. This is really what I think and believe. So, just don't give up hope.
But you know what? Brothers, I'm being completely candid with you.
Uh-oh.
Brothers don't believe that.
Yes,
Brothers
they
don't
do.
believe. No, they don't.
Yes, they
Well,
do.
A lot of
each
them know
one
just
do.
the-
Each
there's
one
a
teach
no, but there's
one,
a
so you
di-
have to
yeah.
spread
No,
the
but just hear
word.
me out.
Don't
There's
believe what?
a lot of brothers have gotten so frustrated with being demasculated and treated like crap that they give up and they go and they find another job, so to speak. So at some point, you can only handle being called nigga by the woman that's supposed to lift you up and inspire you so many times before you say kick rocks.
How about no times? That's just my side.
No diggity. I agree completely, but I'm just being realistic.
How dare
But
you.
when you get slammed and you're talked about, lied on, criticized, misunderstood, left for dead, but God, you're like, you know what? I can only take so much of this, and I'm getting treated like a piece of, and I haven't even left my house, and now I got to go out and deal with the world, and my own woman doesn't believe in me. I'm cool on that.
Okay, you just have the wrong woman.
No, not anymore. I
so-
deleted her.
Okay, well,
Okay, well,
that's the
That's
first
why I'm
step.
here with y'all.
Okay.
I'm just speaking
That's
for
the
the
first
cats
step.
that I can relate to. For me, I put that mess behind me, and I changed my phone number, and I deleted hers and blocked it. So I'm good.
Sometimes we have to make hard decisions to move forward. So you moving forward and deleting the number, that's just part of progress. So eventually, when you take the next step, you'll get to where you're going, one step at a time. But when we stay in relationships that are not healthy, it does more damage than good, because then you carry around a lot of baggage, and then the next person gets that baggage, and then it poisons that relationship.
Is that alpha beta commercial, and so on and so on and so on? You got a block of a zillion jacked up, damaged people messing each other up.
Well,
So the point is not to be damaged and don't damage anyone else.
Well, that's kind of hard, I'm sure. But at the same time, I am going to state this. There are, like when we were talking about the women at first who are saying, I'm, all high and mighty. There is no man for me. First of all, it's important of how she's representing herself. I think it's very important. Just because you financially are doing well doesn't mean you're representing yourself well.
Right.
Doesn't mean that you as
Right.
well have a personality or a spirit that is very welcoming. And it's very important to have a welcome spirit. What does that mean? That means I look friendly, I look approachable, I am easy to talk to, I am someone who laughs easy, I'm not looking at you like I had a bad day all the time, I'm not snappy. It's a whole lot of things that plays a major role that I have no issues at all meeting anyone of any ethnicity, because it's important to me, as I've always told my best friends who, when we go out, we get into anywhere all day long. Even where you have to have a VP, we'll get in, because it's all about that spirit that I may connect with that person who's in charge. may talk with me, and it's like, you know what? Come on in. We want someone like you that's
Right.
a part
That's right.
of this.
Right.
It's really
And some
important.
people might think, oh, they're intimidated by me.
Exactly.
You know, you're like, really? Get over yourself.
And you know what? It's true
You know?
because if I go out somewhere, or if I go out somewhere, I'm sure, or you, if you are looking really nice, prestigious, and you're representing like, okay, I'm all that, doesn't mean I'm feeling like I'm all that. That just may be. I love to look well. I love to look well put together. But what's going to happen is I already know in my head I have to show teeth. I have to look. I have to be friendly, because then it's going to change that perception that, oh my God, she's not going to be nice. And once they see I talk to it could be a gentleman who may be a little overweight, and we're having the greatest conversation. That's going to open a door for all the rest of them. Say, oh my gosh, she's just cool. She talks to anyone.
Right.
That reminds me. So next week, the topic will be interracial dating, pros and cons. Talking about giving up and not losing hope, because a lot of us have. So let's do this. Let's take a commercial break, and let's open up the phone lines. See if there's if we need to let anybody in on our conversation here.
All right.
If I have any friends out there that want to give me a call, feel free. Dial area code 310-928-1800. Holler at your girl. Hello. Area code 310-928-1800. Call in, holler at your girl.
All right.
All right, this is going on our second commercial. We have Irvine Hair Salon. It is offering a professional hair care services, including natural hair, extensions, weaves, we love weaves, colors, cuts, chemicals, straightening, thermal styling, updos, special events, and bridal styles for your big day. So definitely give the Irvine Salon a call, or we'll definitely give you My by Designs. I apologize. My by Designs. That's MYE by Design.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right. So this happens to be Miss My, and the website is missmy.com.
One more time. I'm sorry. It's Miss My by Designs. www.missmye.com.
Okay.
So where are we at? So let's see. What can we do to make this better? So now, when I was in our church, we Reverend Harris started a group. It was called the Royal Christianettes and the Royal Ambassadors. That was a youth group. So that was very helpful for us. The church I go to currently, Friendship in Yorba Linda, they have similar youth programs. So churches need to do a better job, right?
Yes.
Families need to start being families. Like sit down at the table, have dinner together, talk to each other, turn off some of the electronics,
Spend
monitor
time
what
together.
your kids are doing, spend time together. Anything else that I miss?
Outdoor activities together.
I know, go hiking, huh?
All right,
They
I'm
really
gonna
need
tell
to.
myself a little bit to kind of give you an idea how powerful these youth things are. I had my first adolescent kiss at a youth retreat.
Oh, that's nice.
But see, here's the
I had
thing.
mine when I think I was 19.
No. But the reason why I bring that up is because it was in a safe environment. She was safe, I was safe, and it was completely innocent. Well, I don't know if she was completely innocent. It was an innocent environment, and it was healthy. And then the reverb of it, you know, talking to the cats in the cabin, they're razzing me like you see in a movie, the whole thing. But when I went to sleep, I felt good, and I felt like I had the support.
Because you had a kiss at 14. Shoot, I probably slept good too.
Well, the kiss was off the chain, but I
dreaming.
was just talking about being in a cabin with my buddies. They were talking trash, but it was positive trash. You know, it was, yeah, dude, you the man, blah, 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 blah. But you had that support that you could have true dialogue about stuff in an environment where she wasn't called a B and an H.
Yeah.
It wasn't nothing like that. It was like, who was she? Man, I told you she was digging you. You're stupid. It took you long enough to pick up on it. That kind of stuff. So now your confidence of what kind of guy am I? How am I conducting myself? No, I'm not a player. My dad's not a player. My mom's a great, all that kind of stuff. You don't have that infrastructure like you used to. We need that. When I was a kid, I saw my dad would come home from work, kiss my mom every single day. Then he'd thump me on my head, tell me to go get him a soda, and we watch cartoons. That sounds crazy.
Well,
but
those things shape
good.
you,
That's
and
good.
it shaped you early on. So now, when you're growing up and you're an adult, you have that other side. You have the brotherhood. You have your friends that you
Yeah.
can talk
Right.
with, and you share stories. But your father was your influence, and if he was a strong influence in your life, then it just made you a better person.
There you go.
Okay, let me do this real quick. Social media. You can reach us at Take It Off Media. So that's if you want to send us an email, if you have comments or questions, takeitoffmedia@gmail. You can find us on Facebook or Instagram, or you can watch this again on YouTube, but using Take It Off Media. Let's see, real quick, a couple of announcements. April 15th, there is a Mixer and Movie screening night at Cordova Studio Loft. That's at 6 p.m. Great way to get together. It's on a Saturday evening. Address is 9110 Southwestern Avenue in Los Angeles. It's $10. So don't forget the $10. 9110 Southwestern. April 15th, 6 p.m. Movie starts at 7. And anything else that's going on? Any conclusions to what we're talking about today? So we know the statistics are bad. We know that everybody needs to do a better job, right?
Everyone.
Every part of our society. So
But it sets it up. This is the bottom line for the cadence has started, where we're able to talk about, it's not about who's wrong. Forget about all of that. Put all the ugliness away and just find out we want the same thing. At the end of the day, we want to end up in each other's
What do we
arms
want?
watching TV.
what do we want? We want love.
Hello.
So I remember this one lady, well, they don't meet my standards. And I know. These might be the minority voices, right?
Yes,
But the
those are
voices
the
are loud.
minority. Yes,
And we
yeah.
hear these
Tune 'em
voices,
out.
and they make us want to,
Smack 'em.
Tune
They
'em
make,
out.
they make us want to jump ship. There's some nice Filipino ladies out
Hello.
Oh, cut it
I'm
out.
trying
cut
to
it
tell
out.
you.
Cut it
Ladies,
out. Cut it
there's
out.
some
I'm trying
Caucasian
to tell you,
girls that might
boy.
be down the
Okay,
road.
Cut it
about
out.
that.
Cut it
How
out.
about them Dodgers?
Since you brought that up,
That's next week.
There-
That's next week.
it
Next
doesn't
week.
matter.
It's-
There's bad in all
Exactly.
flavors.
No, but they're so
Thank you.
nice to us.
Yeah, okay, in the
Okay,
beginning,
well, you know what?
that's the real end. That's the real end.
There's
but
nice
they're all women.
in every type of woman.
That's right.
You just have to find that woman.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter if she's Filipino, Asian,
Hispanic.
white, Hispanic.
Does
It's
not
that
They
woman.
got legs. They be in the gym. doing
But you know
squats.
what? I'm going to do like Carol Burnett. I'm so glad we had this time together. But alas, it's time for us to go. I'm going to get Donald out of trouble because, see, somebody's going to know where his car is
Exactly.
at. And we ain't trying to get the
talking
brother's
about? Hey,
tires
this is
jacked.
You
something-
know what? We
Next
want
week.
everyone to definitely chime in and give your
Hello.
thoughts about any and everything, whether it's good or bad, or
Hello.
if you were the opposite. Do not be embarrassed. This is what this is about, so we can discuss it and get everything clear, and hopefully get on one page.
And we're gonna make some progress, you guys.
There it
We're
is.
going to save not just me. We're gonna save our society in the long run.
That's what we want.
So
And help instill some positive traits in relationships. Let's share what we know that works for relationships. So pass
Love.
it on.
Amen.
pass it on. Very good.
Let's make love in style again.
Come on, girl.
Yeah,
We want to
exactly.
listen to some Gladys Knight. We don't want to hear that rap stuff all the
Have the
time.
basketball gym dance. Again.
Come on, girl. Sometimes you want to grab your girl
All right,
close and
you
listen
guys,
to some
it's time
Luther.
to get out of here.
Yes,
This is a
sir.
quote from The Bachelor. It's a wonderful thing as time goes by to be with someone who looks into your face when you've gotten old and still sees what you think you look like. We'll see you guys next hump day, 8 p.m.
Yes, sir.
Don't forget next week, y'all.
We're here.
'cause
Never give up. Your life take it, and your mind is blowing hard. And the things you've been waiting for, they simply fall apart.